Hey guys, I just want to first of all welcome you up to this special night. I don't know why I'm so nervous. You just told me you were nervous, and I said don't be nervous, and you made me nervous. I don't know what's going on here. We are so darn proud of this family here, and with Jamie and Corey Smith, I just want to first of all I just want to say make sure you follow up with people because Corey no-showed us 3 times. I used to hear CDs by Hector Lamarck talk about some of the best people no-showed him over and over again and became $1 million earners. So this guy no-showed us 3 times and he's an RVP now. Right? Yeah. So follow up with people. There's a great lesson there. Right? Second is there's no real big surprise in my opinion of this. If you look over the last really couple years of them growing in the business. And I would say the last 18 months, would you say? Maybe 24 months? At least 18 months solid. They were the first in the office together. And, nobody beat them in on a consistent basis every day. And they both were here working hard for their family. Right? They weren't wasting time. They were really focused on getting the goal at hand. And I think any of us that make that decision, this is a pure example of someone that came in, understood what they wanted to accomplish, put their goals in front of them, and did the work for their family. So first of all, I want you to give him a huge bulldog congratulations. Welcome to the Smiths. And come up here real quick. We got something for him.
The kids, the family, the
This is a big deal, guys. Check this out.
We have family pictures. Just smile. The moms are going to do it with them. Sorry, guys. Welcome to the wedding. Yep.
I don't know where to look.
Adam. I'm the backup. Okay. Mom.
There we go. We got the book right off.
Okay. See?
It was my book.
All my tears. Let me take the roses. She's too tall.
Teeth, baby, teeth. I don't have it.
Yes, you do. There you go.
One day you won't.
All right. These are the things we all stop and do. Whatever. Yeah, you forget later.
That's the pretty cool fall out. All right,
we're gonna sit down and all enjoy a video.
Popcorn out.
So if you should watch the outtakes with us. Yeah.
I got it, Mama.
Okay, we have fun.
wanted him to be well. Quite honest with you. Tread across bend deep well. That's when you press on. Lean in. The population is ready to see me fail. Yeah, but you better off trying to freeze hell. Some of us do it for the females. And others do it for the beats. For the kids, right? The time we ain't on. Every time you fall, it's only a little shit strong. And I'll be in the corner right now. Till the end of the day, and the storm from that big lane. Until the weather rain rings the bell. Until the book your eyes start to swell. Until the crowd goes slow. The last 30 rounds, there's no reason you should never have your head down. 6 foot 5, 220 pounds. Came from rock bottom, Loserville, nothing town. That's one version of the kid going nowhere fast. But now I'm yelling, kiss my ass. It's gonna take a couple right hooks, but you like jazz. You recognize you really ain't got it bad. It's a little man, it's a little white, it's a little gas, it's a little
Yeah!
help you out your coma. No diploma, but the art I spew belongs inside the MoMA. I'm trying to make my mom proud. That's my persona, and your girl so good down. But I still love the corner. Some shoppers out there, everybody feeling like a goner. They put us in the ocean with emotionless bananas. I swim around the ocean trying to feel like I belong here. But something tells me I won't make it till my rocket armchair. I gotta feel brain down, and that's okay though. Cause I'ma make sure to mold the game, no play though. Life is such a trip now, cause I'm taking trips now. Inches from some luggage bags with custom made grips now. All because I rip down, stages with my gift now. Standing on the cliff where I can say I'm not an it now. All the people, how they said I wouldn't make it. I just wanna show you that I'm in it, I'll take it. Recently I feel like I've been having revelations. All I need is heart that I'm good, baby. And I just wanna show you I'm good. And I just wanna show you I'm good. Cause you said I wouldn't make it. I just wanna show you that I could, baby. And I feel like giving in. I feel like falling down. But I can never stop it now. So I turn and face the crowd. I feel like giving in. I feel like falling down. But I can never stop it now. So I turn and face the crowd. How they said I wouldn't make it. I just wanna show you that I'm living, I'm taking. Recently I feel like I've been having revelations. All I need is heart and I'm good, baby. And I just wanna show you I'm good. And I just wanna show you I'm good. Cause you said I wouldn't make it. I just wanna show you that I could, baby.
They did 32,252 in premium as regional leaders, broke the Bulldog record and the TU record. Help us welcome up Jamie and Corey Smith! What's more important than premium is recruiting. Okay, they broke the all-time Bulldog record in recruiting. 44 recruits last month. Also, the incredible Jamie and Corey Smith! Is that?
And we had to discard about 400 pictures that were way too inappropriate.
Thank you.
The Dixie my mom always told me, don't write down anything you don't want to go around. Definitely don't take pictures. I'm just saying. Okay, if you want to have a seat, we're going to do a little more recognition. You know, if you've been in the business more than 6 weeks, you know what it takes to go RVP. If you've been here more than 6 months, you know that it's not easy because it would be sleazy, right? This is a real deal. This is a business thing. And so I never want to say there's sacrifices. There's investments of time that the family gets affected by. You know, you sometimes have to prioritize maybe business to get the goals, which in their terms, I know that they did the business for their kids. So we wanted to recognize the children because they are officially Regional Vice President children now. Oldest to youngest, because he's probably seen mom and dad grow the most. All right, Jace is an amazing child. He has a ton of patience with them. I'm gonna cry. Corey's crying, so I'm gonna cry. And you know, he babysits now. When I have seen firsthand when babysitters have canceled on them last minute, and they could have not came to training, but instead of Jace takes over and does it and doesn't complain, cancels plans with his friends to do it, You know, and forever he will reap the rewards of his mom and dad's hard work. But give it up for Jay Smith! Now, if you can imagine all the rumors of middle child, this one takes it out.
Poor middle child.
The poor middle children. Not only does he have to be babysat and bossed around by his oldest, the youngest also tells him what to do. This child, a year ago at Easter, was in ICU for a couple weeks. And there was life support sitting next to him. We didn't know if he'd make it. And I'll tell you what, they are so determined. They never thought negative. They thought positive. If people came in there saying, "Oh, I'm so sorry, what's happening?" they were like, "Everything's fine." I mean, the faith that has brought this family through the toughest times, that any parent's nightmare would be to have that pending or waiting, you know. And I think Grandma flew in then too, and they were in, and he just like, I mean, he went from, I have a picture of one day to the next day. He went from being basically unconscious almost to, what are we doing? You know, just God touched them, their faith. You know, this kid is so strong. He is probably the most easygoing child in the world. Out of all the children that I've ever watched, including my own, this one's probably the easiest. And you know, and we've gotten to know the family, but you know, CJ's just got a special place in everyone's heart, and just such a great child, and has to be babysat by his older and bossed around by the youngest. Give it up for CJ Cameron. Says enough. You want to turn off the light? She marches to her own drum. She has no boss. You turn on now. She will tell her dad no, and he says, "Don't tell me no." She says, "Yes, I am." She has the biggest attitude I've ever met. The child I've met, but she knows what she wants. She's determined.
We call that spunk.
She is her mother. She is her mother. She not only has her mom, dad, 2 brothers, I'm sure all grandmas and grandpas wrapped around her finger. She has the office wrapped around her finger. When Raya comes in, everyone goes to her.
She was basically born in the office.
When Raya says, you know, do something, everyone does it. I've never seen such control. I hope she does well with it. I'm sure she will. She's going to be a great leader. Give it up for Raya! All right. Next, without these 2 women, this wouldn't be here. So for Ramona and William, and thank you for. I'm sure there's a lot of weekends you wanted your son and daughter, and they were building a business, and they did it. So thank you very much. And Dixie called on about a year ago about these company trips. They win a trip, Dixie gets to go on vacation. She's like, "Where are we going?" She's there, "I'll babysit. I'll get my plane ticket, babysit." She just realized it comes with swimming with the dolphins, hanging out by the pool, and some good mixed drinks. So best babysitting gig she's ever had. You know, it was her idea. We didn't fly her in. We didn't call her and say, "You should come." Who contacted you? Knew they were going because Jamie goes, "Mom, I think we're going to do it. We're doing it. And she said, I'm coming in from Idaho. You know, this was like 3 days ago, and plane tickets 3 days out are very expensive. And she goes, this doesn't happen often, does it? And I said, no. And she said, okay, I'll be there, have someone pick me up. And so Hoffman's picked her up. They've hit her out for about 5, 6, 7 hours now. They've hit her out. And I almost felt bad because we're at lunch with Jamie for her birthday day, knowing her mom's in town. And we're like, Corey, you should probably clean the house for your wife's birthday, knowing mom's coming. Well, we couldn't tell him that. Anyway, so he got clean.
It's really hard to be this sick.
You know, like any grandma, she shows up anytime, but it's not just a 3-hour drive, it's a 3-hour flight. She hasn't missed a big moment. So thank you, Dixie. This is a gift from the team to the Smiths. We were able to, Amory headed this one up. We kind of all divided and conquered for tonight. This is one where we had some of of course we couldn't get everyone because there's 120 of you in here and not that much space. But we, had this for a few days. People came in and got to write notes to them. This is a team effort. It's a family effort. It's a team effort. It's everything. And this is just where it begins, right? Their journey just begins. Their goal now is to promote other RVPs, but some words of encouragement, something to remind them of this moment. Thank you, guys. All right, so now they get to do the photographic signing of the RVP.
This is like draft day, baby.
Yeah.
Instead of us watching a bunch of NFL agents get drafted and become millionaires, you get to come here and draft yourself to the $1 million team.
Okay.
Let's come up for the signing.
Adam, do you want to do front shot right here of them? We even got them their official nameplate, regional vice president. While they do their.
Yeah, we'll turn that for the president here, right there, like that. And then we got the clock here. You're on the clock. Oh, you go.
Turn around.
I was letting them see the clock.
All right. Sign it. Ryan gets to decide where she wants to be. She wants front and center.
And they don't do this way in the military, guys.
Still in the pen. All right, who wants to hear from them? Yeah.
You're not sure.
Let's go take this in for just a second.
No.
Love you, Mom.
Okay. There's a poster of you even.
That's pretty awesome.
Okay. Before I get started, I have a lot of thank yous I need to get out. First and foremost, glory to God, because without Him,
Amen.
none of us would be here. This opportunity wouldn't have been given to us. Our family wouldn't have been changed. So first and foremost, that's my main connect. Second, my rock here on earth, my husband. I thought I got all crying out already. I thought I was going to be all right.
Take your time. This was not in the rehearsal.
I know.
Yeah, did a rehearsal.
No, not really. Thank you for believing in me when I didn't believe in me. Thank you for holding down the fort. Thank you for the nights when I worried and I felt like it was out of our control. You reminded me who was in control and that we were going to be okay. Thank you for fighting for our family. You are absolutely my hero. I could not ask for a better husband. I could not ask for a better father for our children. Thank you. To our families, the ones that are here, the ones that are watching, for your unending support. From day one, you guys had our backs. And you never doubted that we would get here. And it's because of that support and you guys knowing that we could make our dreams come true is the reason we're here. Absolutely the reason that we're here. And to my babies, my reason why. And you guys are the reasons why we fight and why we work the way we do. So that all your dreams can come true. I thank you guys for standing by us through this, for being so tough for us. I promise me and Daddy are doing this. Things are never going to look the same. I love you guys. Okay. Okay. Todd and Lisa. Our family is forever changed because of you guys. Your friendship, your leadership, your mentorship, your servanthood is something I've never seen in anybody else. You're the kind of leaders that when I'm 9 months pregnant with Riot and I don't know how I'm going to clean my house before my mom comes into town, you show up with your yellow rubber gloves and you help me scrub toilets. I don't know about you, but I've never seen somebody else serve other people the way that they serve. I thank you guys from the bottom of our heart. I can't wait to continue to do life with you guys. We can't wait to get you guys to 1 million, where you absolutely deserve to be. To the RVP team that put this together, that made this moment perfect for us. I know you guys took hours away from your businesses this week. I know you took hours away from your family this week. I know John probably sat in front of that computer and laughed at pictures all week. But you guys made this moment perfect for us. So thank you. You guys did this. And last but definitely not least is our team. You guys are the only reason that we are up here. This isn't about us. This is about you guys. This is a team promotion. This is not Jamie and Corey's promotion. Can I get all of our teammates to stand up really quick? Because these are the people that deserve a round of applause. Melissa, you are not supposed to cry. I have never felt the emotion I felt when I knew you guys were pushing for us and we didn't really know it. I can't even put into words what that feels like. I can't I thank you guys for the crazy fun nights at our house. Crazy fun nights, and I'm really glad Adam did not share all of those pictures with everybody, because that would have been absolutely crazy.
No, they helped me. They just didn't.
That was rolling before he walked in. No, but you guys are like family to us. And I want you guys to know that because you fought for this for us, one day you're going to have teammates fight for you. When you're standing here, you're going to be able to say the same thing because you're going to have people fight for you. So thank you to our team. I want to to share with you guys, Corey and I thought of our RVP speech for a long time, but we really want to be able to bring something here that can help a lot of you get to RVP. Because that's the goal, right? Is for this place to be an RVP factory. And it'd be awesome to have one of these once a month, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So I want to share with you some things maybe that can help you either, I know it helped us in the beginning to learn how to change some things about ourselves, but then also to focus on the right things. The first thing I'm going to say is you have to believe in you. It's wonderful when other people believe in you, but if you don't believe in you, you're never going to be able to move forward. And I got stuck in that place for a really long time. Todd and Lisa believed in us. Parents believed in us. My husband believed in us. Me, right? But I didn't think I was worthy of being up here for a long time. But then I remembered God doesn't put you in a path. He doesn't put you in a place where he doesn't want you to be. Right? And I thought if I can just hold on to that and believe that, that's where the confidence is going to come from. So believe in you. Okay, the second thing is to stay humble. There was a time when we first got started in this business and we came in kind of quickly. We got to division kind of quickly. And we got a little arrogant. We got a little cocky. And this business has a way of humbling you when you get to that point. And we realized that afterwards, it's not okay to walk around like that. It's not okay. You're going to have lots of peaks. You're going to have lots of valleys in this business. And the most important thing is to act the same, no matter whether you're standing on top of the mountain or you're in the lowest part of the valley. Right? How you act when you lose matters. People remember that, right? So that was something we definitely learned early on in the business, was to stay humble. The third thing was the power of our dreams. The power of our dreams was what pushed us day in and day out, especially just this last 5 months. I can't tell you how many times I envisioned this very moment. I saw us sitting down to sign the contract. I saw the video playing. I saw us standing up here talking, because I knew that was our goal. I knew that was our dream. And I knew that's where we wanted to be. So dream. It's okay to dream. A lot of us, when we're young, it's kind of beaten out of us, right? But it's okay to dream and have big dreams. Don't just stop at RVP and think that that's it. This is the launching pad. This is the starting point, right? So dream past RVP. Imagine what it's like when you get the ring put on your finger. Imagine what it's like when you walk across the stage at a company trip. Have big dreams, and understand that's what drives you. If you don't have any dreams, what are you fighting for? Right? The last thing is the power of a decision. In December, Corey and I were really, really frustrated with our business. And it was our fault, and we realized it. So we made a very, very gut level decision that things had to change. Who in here has made a decision before, but the next day kind of looked like the day before? Nothing really changed. Like you made a decision up here, but nothing really changed in your lifestyle. We made a different kind of decision that day, and we thought, this is it. We have to get started. We got to do something different. Things have to change. And so we really focused on how do we do this? How do we work together as a team? How do we make this look the way we want it to be? And this is where Corey stepped in with some phenomenal coaching. He said we have to create an atmosphere. We have to create a synergy within our team. So January 3rd or 4th, we got together as a team. And we all lined out our goals. And we all said this is what we want the next 90 days to look like. And then we had fun together. We built amazing relationships. We had amazing bonds created just from that meeting. So understand, we were at 7 by 2,600 the month of December. We didn't even double digit.
Cardinal sin.
But then we made the decision. January we did 15 by 15. February we did 15 by 9. And at that point, our team was a unit. And we were working together, and we had each other's backs. And that's what changed things. In March, we did 44 by 32. And then in April, 30 by 20. That doesn't happen by chance. That's a decision that you have to make to just go get it done. We didn't take time off. We worked our tails off. And I remember sitting in Disney in mid-February, end of February. And I remember it clear as day. I'm sitting at a table, listening to a speaker on stage, and I'm thinking, all right, if we're going to do this, we got to make the run now. We have to do this now. So I started looking at my calendar, and I said, okay, we can qualify in March and in April. And then I looked at the date when April ended was May 1st. And then I looked at the calendar and I said, okay, that means the month puts over on May 5th. That's my 35th birthday. And I looked at Corey and I said, I want it on my 35th birthday. And that's all we focused on, was getting it done. So make a gut level decision. Figure out what you want your business to look like. Because all of the power, it's in you. You have to make the decision. And then let God guide your footsteps, because He will take you where you want to go. He's the one that gives us our dreams. He's the one that gives us the desires of our heart. Right?
Right.
I hope that brought you guys some value. I'm going to turn it over to this phenomenal man right here, who is absolutely going to bring this thing home.
So I remember about 5 years ago, well, it was right about 5 years ago, Elisa came to our house, sat down at our table, and y'all probably heard the stories. For the new people that are in here that have not heard the stories yet, I was not the nicest individual in the world when she sat down. What?
No, at this point I know.
Yeah, right? So, you know that typical guy that folds his arms, cocks his head, looks at you sideways and everything like that. At this point in time, I've done a recruiting school that taught you how to recruit people, what to say, how to throw your words the correct way, to get the answers, to get the yes momentum and things of that nature. So Elise was just hitting him on cue. And I was like, I know what you're doing. You know exactly what you're doing. She's like, what? I said, you're trying to PSS me, but she didn't know what that was. It was professional selling skills. We call it something different. But she was doing that. So at the end of it, let me tell you, if you're going to get behind anybody and ride with them, it's Todd and Lisa. Hands down, it's going to be Todd and Lisa. Elisa said, I'll prove to you that this works. And I'm a guarantee type of guy. You throw a guarantee out on me, I'm going to make you put your money where your mouth is. All right, let's see this work. So I looked at Jamie and said, Jamie, you're doing this. She said, no, I'm not. I don't like people. I don't like talking in public. I don't know anything about finances. I said, what are you talking about? You do finances already. You love people. You love children. You love saving the world. She's like, I'm not doing this. She finally comes around and says, I'm going to do this because I paid for it. She said, I'm going to do this, but I'm never talking in front of anybody. Wasn't she not phenomenal? Yeah. The way that was perfect. The way it was perfect. So going into what I was going to talk about and tying into what Jamie was saying, first and foremost, starting out with Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans that I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for to make you prosper and not to harm you. That verse sticks with me. It dwells inside me. I call that verse up quite often. Because as Jamie said, this business has a way of humbling you really, really bad. I remember times after we started and we were at probably about the division point when we got really, really arrogant. This business hit us really, really hard. I remember times waking up, going into the refrigerator, and there was nothing but a gallon of milk in our refrigerator. Nothing. I'm not kidding you. There was nothing but a gallon of milk. If it were not for Todd and Lisa, if it were not for our parents, if it were not for our faith that we had, that we knew that God was taking us somewhere, it would have been easy to fold at that point in time. And I could have been okay with myself at that point. Because as the man of the household, I'm supposed to provide. I'm supposed to make sure that my family has a way and their future is better. So when I look in the refrigerator and there's nothing there, there's no gas in the car, the lights got turned off that morning, what am I supposed to do? That's when you really have a gut check. But let me tell you something real quick. Life is not going to just give you everything that you want. You have to fight for it. If you don't fight for anything, you will lay down and life will just keep running you over like a Mack truck. And you'll just sit there. and sit there and sit there. I eventually got to the point that I got really, really pissed off. That's about the only cuss word you want to get me saying.
I got video.
I got really pissed off at that point in time. And I said, this is going to change. And I had grit at that point. I said, this is not going to beat us. So every night when Jamie was crying in bed, I said, God has our hands. He put us here for a reason. There's a platform that we're using right now. Somebody is going to need this story at some point in time. We're going through this right now because God said we're strong enough to do it.
Right.
He's putting this on our back because he needs us to tell this testimony to some. I've told y'all once before and time again, every person has a purpose on their life. A purpose that no one else can fulfill. Look at your neighbor, left and your right. No one can fulfill your purpose other than you. So that task that's on me and Jamie's head right now, we owned it. We took it at that point in time. Every person that comes into our business now, we're taking on a new relative. We're taking on a new family. We're taking on a new person of God's kingdom.
Right.
So we know that we have a heavy responsibility. So yes, in December, we made a decision that it was not about us anymore. It was about our team. It was about taking other individuals to where they're supposed to go. And if we take other individuals where they're supposed to go, God is going to put us on another platform. And at that platform, it's going to be a new playing field. It's going to be a new whole nother ball game. We're at RVP. It is a new playing field. It is a new ball game. There is new goals that are now going. There is a new mission that has just been placed upon our heads. You too are going to have the same exact walk and path in your life. There is a purpose. You're on a playing field right now. You have a jersey on and you're on the field right now. Your position is very, very vital. Because if you don't do your position, someone else is either A, going to get hurt or taken out. So your position is vital. And then once you play that position, you get to where you're supposed to be, God is going to elevate you to another level. Everything that you're learning right now is nothing more than tools that you need in your handbag for your next mission. Once you graduate to that next mission, you're going to be able to reach back to all the naysayers, all the downtimes, all the negative places, all the opening the refrigerator and there was nothing more than a gallon of milk right there. You're going to be able to call that stuff up when you're on that next playing field. So use it. Just know that the struggles that you're going through right now are normal. You're supposed to go through them. You have to have a trial. You have to be molded. You have to be stronger. You have to, iron sharpens iron. God has to mold you to where you need to be so you can be the warrior that He called you to be. So own the struggle. In the military, we used to say, own the suck. Own the suck factor. It's going to suck, but it's only going to suck for a short period of time. Or you can stay where you are and allow it to suck for the rest of your life.
That's right.
It's only temporary here. Thank God for Todd and Lisa. Thank you for what you did to my family. My parents now are going to be better off because of what you gave us. Our parents, we will retire young. I promise you that. Our children, you will have the lifestyle that you want. I promise you, on your 16th birthday, you will have your truck. Because my mentor Todd, I now know how to treat a daughter. Ryan, you love you to death, sweetheart, and I know God has got a special place for you and a special mission for you. And I'm going to make sure that that happens because I'm going to keep you protected away from anything else that can harm you. CJ, you're my superstar. You got a lot of talent. I'm not saying my other children don't, but there's something inside of you that God's going to use. All right? And I'm going to keep you protected so you'll be able to make that happen. This contract is going to allow us to live the lifestyle that y'all deserve. Thank you.
Is it possible to be pumped up with tears in your eyes?
Yes.
I first and foremost, guys, wow, so many words I was thinking about, so many things. I mean, first of all, let's just give them a hand. Those are I love about this company is you get a platform to give a piece of your heart out. And we talk about this many, many times. There are so many people out there, you put your heart on the table, and they don't respect it. They slap it off. They lie to you. They say I'm going to be there. They don't show up. They tell you I got your back, but when it gets tough, they're the first ones to get out of the foxhole and leave you in there to die, right? And I promise you one thing, okay? You'll know when the right people come along. Jim Rohn always says, right? If you pass a good idea long enough, it'll eventually fall upon good people. I don't know what number recruit they were into our business, but it's in the thousands. Okay? And some of us recruit 2 or 3 people, and we think we should be finding a Jamie and Corey Smith. Okay? PFS gods are laughing at you. It's the law of large numbers. Okay? You don't develop these folks. You find them. You know, I appreciate them thanking us, but we didn't do this for them. I mean, we didn't do it. They did it. We would do it for you if it was that easy. I would turn the switch on and be like, hey, look, you did it, right? But it's an efforts matching business, okay? They had to make those sacrifices to get the training, right? They had to make those sacrifices, you know, with their family to do the things they had to do. They moved to get down closer to our office, right? They did all these different things. At one point, shut off all extracurricular activity in the household just to focus on this to get to where they're at. But I promise you, what Corey just said is like it's the icing on the cake. It's worth it.
Right.
It's worth it. I promise you, I don't doubt for a moment the way this system is today, that a person can't come here in their first year as an RVP, make $200,000 on the way to ownership within 18 months. Right? TU board, right? Getting to the senior leadership meeting, right? Think about going a pay raise from $70,000 to $200,000 in a year because you made a decision to go do something big for your family. And it's not about the money, it's the lifestyle that comes with it. The freedom, the trips. Those are cool, but it's the impactfulness. Right? How many lives will they impact by being RVPs and being able to spread the word even quicker? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay? How many of us in here got a vision for our own life tonight?
Yeah.
How many can't wait till that's your slideshow, right? Where you get to see your life and you get to share it with your family and your friends. Which is really, the people in this room are just an extended family. Right? That's why I love Primerica. I don't ever feel like we're working with, I got to go work with those people. If you feel that way, you're in the wrong office. I don't know what's happening. We got to talk, okay? But you should feel like, man, I can't wait to get to the office. I feel like I'm like guilt or sad or something when I'm disconnected from the office.
Yes.
Especially when I'm at home with like the negative people I grew up around. You know, there was a time where I was at home when my mom was going through cancer for a while. I was at home for an extended period of time. And here's the thing I realized very quickly, man, these folks haven't self-improved. These folks everything is negative coming out of their mouth. And I promise you one thing, environment is everything. Right? But this isn't like a night where we just do this once. I love what they said. This needs to become an RVP factory for us all. If you're not an RVP yet, we're counting on you to go do this. So we can bring you up here and celebrate you in front of your family and friends. But most importantly, the point of RVP is to develop RVPs. Okay, that's the first contract where now you can promote an RVP. Right? And most importantly, like Bill Arender said, you build a legacy. Right? Where it goes beyond your own life. How awesome is it that we can build something beyond our own lives? Think about Virginia Carter. She's the one that recruited Bill Arender. Okay, she's been, God rest her soul, she's been gone 6.5 years, I think he said now. Seems like yesterday, but it was just 6.5 years. And just the first 5 months of this year, her business has paid her family $4 million. Because of what she built, okay? She was the first female naval officer, right? And why am I talking about Virginia Carter? Because it was a pioneer, right? She was a pioneer. There's no reason any of us can't be pioneers of our family. I don't care where you come from. I don't care who your parents were or weren't. I don't care where your start was, right? Your start doesn't start until you start.
Right.
I heard a weird guy say that once a long time ago. But this wouldn't have, I'm going to tell you this right now. I was telling Anne-Marie this earlier. I said, hey, they are so blessed to have you guys, like John, who literally has probably put 20 hours into making that slideshow. Okay? At least. Okay? right? And he won't complain. He will never say he put a lot of work in there. But I'm sure Abby has missed him for a little bit. Okay, right? Where's my husband? Oh, he's putting that together, right? I know David and Anne Marie, their whole family, right? It's just all the RVPs like, what can I do? How can I help? Okay? I was telling Anne Marie when we were setting up these cupcakes, man, they are amazing. I never knew how they did the cupcakes. It is color, like, organized with actual circles where the cupcakes go. It was amazing. I was helping her set it up, right? Okay? And I told Amy, I said, if you guys only had me, it would be like a high five, a contract, and a cooler of beer, maybe. I don't know. Okay? It wouldn't have been thought out real well. I have good intentions, but see, it takes a village to raise a leader.
Right.
Okay? And what I'm saying is every one of you in here matters. Every single one of you in here matters. Because, see, it doesn't surprise me that their team rallied around them. Because when we were going for NSD, when we were going for our 4th and 5th diamonds, every single morning and night, the month of, Jamie was texting, where are you guys at? What do you need? What can we do? How can we help you? We're pushing. And we were starting to lose hope at one point. And I looked at Elise and I go, Jamie cares more about our promotion than we do. She goes, what is wrong with us? I said, we got to stop sucking our thumb and get out there and work. Our team wants to get promoted more than we do. Right? And we wanted it, but we started losing hope, like we all do when we get close. And you know what? I found that a lot of people that I've worked with, they get close to success and greatness, and something inside they haven't worked on yet, Jamie spoke on it a little bit, tells you that maybe you're not worthy. That's right. And we find ways of self-destruct right before we need to get to where we need to go. Right. And even if that's happening, it's not the end. Right. See, again, your start doesn't start literally till you start. Why not make today a decision? You know what? I want that for my family. That's a beautiful thing that we saw tonight, and we got to be a part of a big vision. And that vision is only going to grow. What's the SVP promotion? What's the first Bulldog SVP promotion going to look like? Oh, wow. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? We're going to have to overdo this somehow, right? I don't know what it's going to be. It's going to be awesome, okay? But there's many of you in here that are going RVP. Okay? There's many of you in here that are going RVP in the next 12 to 18 months. I believe that with everything in me. And it's just not about going RVP. That's the person that went RVP way back in that day. That's the person that made the decision that day to go play in the big leagues. Mm-hmm. Right? Because you got to think about this, guys. What does RVP give you? It gives you the contract to play at a big level. Right? What happens with a Major League Baseball player or these NFL guys? They sign that contract. What happens? They got the contract to play at a big level. Mm-hmm. Guess what they are again? Rookies. Right? Like Deshaun Watson, right? Texans, I thought was a great pick running up to get him. Now, he could be a bust. They all can. We don't know what they're going to do, but the guy has proven himself over and over again and went from champion to rookie. To, hey, carry my water bottle, rookie. Right? Hey, rookie, see that equipment bag? Carry it. Get behind us, rookie. Right? The beautiful thing about RVP, you're not treated like that, but you've got to humble yourself down and say, you know what? Yes, I have the contract, but I got to work like I did to get it. Right? Does that make sense? Yeah. And all I'm saying is, if you act like that right now, you'll have the contract. I want you to know one thing from the bottom of my heart. I am truly, truly proud of you guys. Like, there is very few people on this planet that can come in and do what you guys did. Everybody has the ability to do it, but very few actually follow their heart and stick with the decision they made. Very few people will do what it takes. But I don't think it's limited to anybody. Guys, here's the thing. Why not you? I would say tonight, if I were you, make a decision to write something down. Put some goals on paper. If they're in your head, I heard a long time ago, and it's not written down, it's a dream, not a goal. Okay? Put a date with that goal. Hey, I want to be here in the next 90 days. Maybe it's just your next promotion. Maybe it's 2 promotions. Okay? Maybe it's RVP if you're a regional leader right now. You heard Corey and Jamie say, in December they did 7 by 2,600. And literally 4 months later, we're breaking records in TU and in Bulldogs. 4 months. Think about that. 7 by 2,600 to breaking records with 44 by 32. Right? They ended up doing 70 by 50 in a 60-day period. They went from 7 by 2,600 to 70 by 50 in a 60-day run. Why can't you do the same if you just really decide to get after it? Does that make sense? Yeah. This is a city of 6 million people. There's no reason every one of us can't have an RVP promotion out of this office and start expanding all over Houston. And if you want to leave Houston, you can do that also. Right? But at least leave some RVPs in Houston because it's a big growing place. And we need every corner of it filled with Primerica offices. Right.
Yeah.
Would you guys agree with that?
Yeah.
Right. All right. So let's end with this.
All right, so we have some food out there. We got some wine we're going to open. We're going to turn on the music. We don't really have a plan for it except for the family gets to go first, and then the team captains and FTCs, and then everyone else, okay?
Hey, let's celebrate
We're
two
setting
things.
it up because no one wanted to miss tonight, so they just ran out there now to help set up, Tim, the RVP's help as well. Help set up some of the food.
I was wondering why my kids all left while I was talking.
They're my kids are free slaves. I'm like, go get all the food out of the
This
fridge.
is just
Don't
like at
drop
home.
anything. They're like, they're trays. I'm
I
like,
thought to
carry
myself, this is
carefully.
just like at home. I set up to give them a speech and they all leave.
Yeah. Trays are not by our 9-year-old, but they're
Definitely
trying.
not a prophet in your own land, right?
So guys, so just give us about a couple minutes. They're gonna go first, and then you'll see.
And before we
no
let
one's
them
ever
go,
not found the
guys,
food.
a heartfelt, let's all congratulate the Smiths by just giving a huge round of applause for what they accomplished. We want to hear your best voices. It's also Cinco de Mayo and Jamie Neal's birthday.